Hello traders, this is Patrick. I'm going to be explaining to you my strategy, okay? I realized that with the way I've been trading, with the way I explained, maybe on my YouTube videos, there was still a loophole, okay? As you can see here, even though I was winning much, sometimes I would have price move into profit and then go back to take me out in a loss. So this time I have found the main cause for this. So on this version, we will not have much of this, okay? So please, if this is your first time seeing this strategy, make sure you download this video so that you can watch it on your own time, your own pace. Take some notes, make sure you understand it very, very well, okay? I'm going to explain quite a lot of things on this video, so please, you may not watch it on one sitting. Take it step by step until you understand it very well, okay? So like I said, if you are new, this strategy works on any time frame. I like to trade it on the 1 minute time frame because I want to have tight stops and I want to also find early entries. I want to find a lot of entries because you find that I'm trading with some traders right in my private channel here, okay? So let me start by showing you the old way of trading this strategy, okay? So the old way was very easy, okay? It was very easy. All we would do is identify a trend, okay? Let's say this is a downtrend, and then on the trend, I would just focus on these turning points, okay? These turning points, these are key levels of the market, and I would watch until I see price coming to close above the last turning point or the last key level, and then this would be a buy confirmation. And then on an uptrend, it's just the opposite, the last key level, and then this would be a sell confirmation. It was as easy as that. Most of the time I would win, and then sometimes I would have price move into profit and then reverse to take me out. Keep this in mind. It's still part of the strategy, but I've made some improvements which I want us to look at. I'm going to use this drawing for the illustration. Remember the first rule on the previous way of trading. What you had to do was to first identify a trend, okay? But this time, what I want you to focus on, okay, this is very, very important. When you identify the trend, I want you to check the type of trend. You have the main trend, which is this big trend, okay? And then within this big trend, you also have this small trend, okay? This small trend, that small trend. Let me repeat that, okay? You have this big uptrend, and then within this big uptrend, you have this small trend, okay? This is an uptrend, this is a small downtrend, this is a small uptrend, okay? This is a small downtrend. Now, let me show you why I am telling you the big trend and small trend thing. Here is the mistake we've been making. You see this small uptrend marked by the trend lines. Let's say you were watching when price was around this place, okay? So what happened is that, let's mark our last key level. This was our last key level, okay? On the smaller trend, that was our last key level. So when price came to close below it, okay, let's say there, I would sell, okay? I would sell there. And then when I sell, I would then mark this as a reversal for the big trend. And then when I sell, let's just do this. When I sell, I'll put my stop loss up there and then put my target down there where this big trend begins. Whereas this breakout is not for the big trend. It is for this small trend marked by the trend lines. Because remember, the last key level for the big trend is this one, okay? Is this one. So for me to target the lowest part of the big trend, price must come and close below this key level, like I have shown you. The right way to mark my target would be, let me show you, to have my target somewhere here where this small uptrend begins. Let me show you an example on the chart, okay? Let's use this example. Okay, so what we have right here is the bigger trend. You see the bigger trend? That's the bigger trend. And then on the bigger trend, you also have that uptrend. It is the small trend, a trend within the bigger trend, just like you had this downtrend, okay? This uptrend. So these are trends within the bigger trend. And then let's start by marking the last key level on the bigger trend, okay? So the last key level on the bigger trend, of course, I'm not looking at what happened that side. I'm looking at what happened before this trade. So the bigger trend before this trade was, the last turning point was this one of the bigger trend. So I was supposed to mark this key level as the last key level on the bigger trend. And then on the smaller trend, I was right, okay? That was the last key level of the small trend. So when the breakout happened right there, I was supposed to sell, but my target was supposed to be somewhere where this small uptrend begins, okay? Just zoom it. My target was supposed to be anywhere around there where the small uptrend begins, because this breakout belongs to the small trend. For the big trend, the breakout has to happen this side of the main key level, the last key level of the big trend, okay? I hope you understand. If you are not understanding, you'll have to watch this video many times. Let me show you another example. Okay, so on Euro AUD, let me just remove this, okay? Before you can even check the big trend, I can tell that, okay, you see this key level, or let me just mark this trend. See this trend, the last key level, okay, let's just do this. The last key level on this trend was that one, okay? That's why I highlighted it. So my first entry was supposed to be there, Okay, so that's where I was supposed to sell, and then after selling, my target was supposed to be where this trend begins, because this breakout belongs to this trend. I don't know about the bigger trend, but I am sure that this breakout belongs to this trend. So my target was supposed to be somewhere where this trend begins, and that is anywhere around there. Okay, so you can see that having sold there, I was supposed to take profits there, but then see how I placed this trade. In fact, I saw that I missed this first entry, but then I thought I could still sell here and then increase my target, but this was poor analysis. Okay, this was poor analysis. Let me show you another one. I also had a trade on US 100. Okay, so US 100 was not so bad. Okay, let me show you. You see, this was the trend. Okay, this was the trend. It was kind of a downtrend. It was kind of a downtrend, and then the last key level on this downtrend was that one. So when price closed above it there, I placed the buy entry. And then the second thing is to identify my target. And then my target has to be where this downtrend begins. Okay, let me show you this. This was an uptrend. This was an uptrend. Price broke out of the uptrend there. Okay, the breakout happened there, which means the downtrend started there. Okay, and then let's just put this. So my target was supposed to be somewhere there. Okay, you see that my target was supposed to be somewhere there. Okay, so you don't really have to put your target exactly where the breakout happened. Just put it a little bit below, okay, so that price doesn't do this. But really my target was supposed to be there. Okay, for the summary, let me just take 2 or 3 examples. Let me check Euro USD. Okay, so remember what we said. First thing, you have to identify a trend and make sure that you start by checking for the main trend. So right here on Euro USD, I can say this is the main trend. Okay, this is the main trend. You don't really need to be drawing trend lines once you understand this. So this is the main trend, and then on the main trend, try to identify the last turning point. Okay, let's say that was the last turning point on the big trend. So you mark it like that. Once you have done this, you know that if price will close below this key level, you are going to have a big sell. Your target is going to be where this trend begins. Okay, not exactly down there where it begins, but somewhere there. Okay, remember what I showed you. You have to identify the previous trend. The previous trend was this one. Okay, the previous trend was this one. It was a downtrend, and then price broke out here for the uptrend. So your target is going to be there. Okay, so when you find the sell here, your target is going to be here. Okay, and then remember, you are also going to find a sell set up here. Okay, this was a small uptrend. Okay, and then you mark your key level, price closes below it, there you sell. But after selling here, remember that this sell setup belongs to this small uptrend. Okay, so your target is going to be here for this sell. So you sell here, you quickly close your profits here. You can then leave one trade to see if it manages to close below this, but it's very safe to just close your trades, and then if price will again close below this, then you know that you have another sell entry. But this is an intraday, this is a long-term trade. You put your stop loss up there and then your target down there as I have shown you. Let me check USD CAD. We have a good example here. I'm going to end with this one. Okay, so right here we have this big trend. Okay, we have this big trend. I'm not sure if I should mark this, but it's okay here. We have a lot of points touching this one. So now the last turning point on this one is not really clear. One can say it was this one, another one can say it was that one. Okay, let's just take this one. Let's just take this one because it looks like price went up, and then down, and then up, and then down. So okay, even that one can be the last turning point. Okay, that one can be the last turning point. So if price, in fact, now that price has closed above this, you can buy and then target the beginning of this big trend. This would be an acceptable mistake should you make a mistake. But then it's even better if you see price coming to close above this. So what I can do after buying here, I can take most profits around this region. I can take most profits there because it's very likely that price reverses here. But then if I see that price has closed even above this in a full candle, I can then buy again. Okay, now let's say, let me just zoom in. Let's say you found a buy entry somewhere here. Now your target would be this one. Okay, your target would be this one because this turning point belongs to this downtrend. So your target should be, in fact it should be here, not really at the beginning of the trend, but somewhere here. So your target was supposed to be this one. That's why you see price coming to that target and then dropping again. Until you find a reversal of the big trend, you don't target up there. It would be wrong for you to find an entry here and then you put your target at the beginning of the bigger trend. So I hope this makes sense. Give yourself time, watch it many times until you understand it.